Good afternoon and welcome to this weekend's edition of Mocs News. I'm Christine Brown.
And I'm Matt Cates. SGA had one of their first controversial votes to a bill in Tuesday's meeting that set the table for an unforeseen turn of events. The Social Issues Committee and SGA pride themselves in bringing together the campus in a new light regardless of skin color, sexual orientation, race, gender, religion, and so much more. One thing they wanted to change this year was their name, Social Issues Committee. In Tuesday's meeting, a bill was put before the Senate to change the name to Social Issues, Equity, and Diversity.
And my first year, I found it very difficult to kind of pinpoint what the committee should be doing. Social issues is a very ambiguous term, and our Constitution doesn't really define what that looks like. And so towards the end of my last term as Social Issues Chair, I started asking some professionals in the university what this committee should do and started getting some student feedback. And what we found out was that students really wanted to see SGA work more towards goals of equity and diversity, which really does kind of fit into this whole idea of social issues. So the idea was to extend the title Social Issues, Equity, and Diversity so that future Social Issues, Equity, and Diversity committee chairs will have an idea of where to steer the committee.
The bill was brought before the Senate like any other bill, first being read by the Secretary, then summarized by the sponsor of the bill. SGA only requires allocations of $400 or more to be voted on by roll call. This name change did not require a roll call vote. A few senators requested that this bill be voted on by roll call without any explanation during the SGA meeting, catching all members off guard.
And the committee chair did not consult with us about the name change, and also I feel the name change is kind of redundant, and they kind of just pushed it through without asking, going over any questions like, okay, we like this, but it's really also, I also feel that it takes away some of the objectivity of social issues. Social issues means we address issues that concern the student body, or our students are concerned with, while saying equality and diversity basically says we are already taking a stance on these issues, that we support a line of reasoning that a lot of students may not agree with, or a large portion of our students may not agree with. And I think it takes away kind of the fair and balanced approach that social issues needs to conduct itself in.
The vote ended up passing with 23 voting in favor of the bill, 4 voting against the bill, and 4 abstentions.
Before the committee is an amendment to the bylaws. It is not a bill, so I didn't bring the amendment as the Social Issues Committee, so I wasn't speaking on behalf of the committee. I brought it as an amendment as an individual senator. So that's just how the procedure for that generally goes.
Vice President Evan Williams spoke about the controversy, saying SGA needs to be the role model and bring the issues to the table so they can all work them out together.
Obviously, since it just happened, I'm a little confused as to what all of the issue was, because obviously there was no discussion. It was a 23 yeses, 4 noes, and 4 abstentions. And if you're not asking questions, how can you not have enough information? So why are you abstaining, or what's your conflict of interest? I mean, there's nothing really to explain that there, or for the reasons there were no's. There was no discussion. You're shutting down that line of communication when you're not willing to bring something out to a discussion. And I think that it's something that we're going to have to figure out what happened and why it happened, but the change did occur. It did go through, so obviously there wasn't enough of an issue for it to be shut down.
On top of the voting discrepancy, SGA actually passed the bill as Social Issues, Equality, and Diversity instead of Equity. Since there was a slight paperwork malfunction, the bill will need to be fixed but will not have to be revoted upon.
UTC faculty, students, and a few county commissioners said their thank you and goodbyes to Chancellor Roger Brown Wednesday. After the Chancellor made his surprising entrance as mascot Scrappy while UTC's marching band played, memories were shared and thanks were given for 7 years of hard work. Bradley Bell, SGA president, announced the dedication of the new student park to Chancellor Brown in honor of all his accomplishments at this school.
Be it resolved by the Student Senate at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga that upon completion of the new student park, it shall be named Brown-Thompson Student Park.
When Brown's decision to retire early was announced, he stated it was based upon his emotional and physical health after the passing of his wife, Carolyn. A new chancellor will be appointed before summer 2012. Until then, Dr. Grady Bogue is filling the position of interim chancellor.
UTC achieved the ranking as the 14th best value school in the nation. We met with Dee Dee Anderson to talk about the new student activity fee report, and SGA passes the ball to football as they prepare for the tailgating party.
More to come, so stay tuned. We will now go to Donnie Swift, who has your weekend weather update, and Demarius Wiggins with Interlude Intermission.
Good afternoon, UTC Mocs. I'm Donnie Swift here with your weather wrap-up for this week. This week we've seen cool temperatures, talking about highs in the mid to upper 60s, and those temperatures are not going anywhere anytime soon. Today's high, we're looking at a high of only 69 degrees with clouds in our area, a few passing clouds, not too much in the way of sunshine though. Then for your weekend forecast, we're talking about highs not going anywhere, high of 68 degrees for your Saturday with mostly sunny skies. A few clouds will be still in the area. Then we're talking about Sunday, only a high of 70 degrees. So it's pleasant on that day. And so I'm saying that if you want to get out there and go in the park or whatever, take your kids out. It's a nice day. Enjoy that day. Then for your Monday, we're talking about sunshine does return, but with a few passing clouds also in the area. Not too much in the way of sunshine, but we're talking about pleasant temperatures. All right, UTC Mocs, that does it for your weather for this week. We're talking about not too much in the way of rain, pleasant temperatures for your fall break, and I hope that everyone gets out there and enjoy it. All right, just remember, hop aboard that train and be a Moc.
This week on Interlude Intermission, I reflected on public figures and how they are seen by the people. As time goes by, musicians, actors, and politicians have been given an image by the public that either makes them or breaks them as public figures. People tend to use these images and perceptions of them as a tool to judge them on their actions that are aired to the public. When these actions turn out to be negative, these images develop or tarnish. For this piece, I give my views on how that takes away the value of what public figures are out to do and how we truly view them plays a role in that depreciation. Entitled Perception, check it out on Mocs News' YouTube.
Thank you, Demarius. Hello, I'm Andy Jungles.
And I'm Teresa Simpson. The Office of the Vice Chancellor for Student Development released their student fee report for 2011-2012.
For student organizations and student programming, it's monies to benefit the students outside the classroom. So it's providing activities, services, social events outside the classroom, and to help student organizations.
Among one of the notable changes in the student fee budget is the athletics budget being cut in half. There is now a separate athletics fee, so more money will be available for students' organizations through the activities fee.
The reason why we separated the two is because we wanted to really be able to show students where their money was going. And so it more accurately reflects what we're doing, because it was somewhat misleading, we felt, to say we have a student activity fee, but then a portion of it goes to athletics. And in this way, the athletic fee is now based on student enrollment, so they'll actually benefit from that as well as before they had a set amount. Well, now if enrollment goes up, their monies increase. And so that's why we made that change. And then it also helped us with student activities, because then it gave us extra money, so we could do a lot of different things with student organizations and student activities now with that money.
The remaining budget in the athletics fee has been allocated out to student programs and groups such as the ECHO, Greek governing groups, and several others.
Yeah, and we increased that budget significantly because it had not been increased in years, and the number of students participating has increased significantly.
With the rise in student population and their expectations, more money is being spent promoting student involvement with the campus. To view the full allocation of the fee, you can visit the Dean of Students webpage on utc.edu.
UTC received some exciting news. We were ranked the 14th best value school in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. UTC has worked hard to receive this ranking. Chuck Cantrell has high hopes and dreams for the school, including a goal to make the top 5.
We have set a goal to be in the top 5 Southern Masters Universities, public Southern Masters Universities, and we continue to try to make progress toward that goal of the top 5. That is going to be looking at graduation rates, retention rates, experiential learning opportunities, critical thinking, engagement by students in the community and on campus, social life on campus, improving our physical plant through our new campus master plan.
The debt students accumulate and the quality of education they receive at the university is a deciding factor on what makes a school a good value school.
You know, we really try to emphasize relationships between our faculty and our students. We try to emphasize research and hands-on real-world experience opportunities for our students. We really look at Chattanooga as a learning laboratory, so that, you know, again, accounting majors are doing internships in accounting firms. Nursing students are doing placements in hospitals and doctors' offices. Education majors are in student teaching in schools. And every discipline you look at, we look for those opportunities for those students to gain that kind of opportunity.
For more information on other local universities that made the ranking, you can check the Chattanooga Times Free Press website.
We're happy to be in the top tier among our category, and we're really happy to be listed as a best value.
It's football time in Tennessee, and SGA is preparing to get students and staff pumped for the football game October 27th. The Athletics Committee is working to put together a tailgating party before the game to increase the support from UTC. 4 bills went before the Senate asking for $925 to be spent on the food, supplies, prizes, and advertising for the October 27th football game against Georgia Southern. SGA decided to cook chili to feed the students and faculty at the tailgate, though Bradley Bell announced he was not in support of the food chosen to be served at the game due to the possibility of allergic reactions and other health-related symptoms that could arise since Aramark is not cooking the food. There will be 15 tickets to the haunted house at the Blowing Screams Farm given as prizes to students at the tailgate. SGA meets every Tuesday at 3:05 p.m. in the Raccoon Mountain Room in the UC. Everyone is welcome to join.
Hello, I'm Matt Cates.
And I'm Ashley Brockman, and this is your Mocs Sports Minute. The women's soccer team had a rough game against the College of Charleston last Friday with a 1-5 loss, but came back to beat the Citadel Sunday, giving them their first Southern Conference win of the season. They have a home game Sunday against UNCG at 1 o'clock.
The men's golf team placed 4th in the AutoTrader.com Collegiate Classic this last week. The team was led by senior Stephen Fox, who shot 3 under par. Their last match of the fall season will be the Bridgestone Golf Collegiate on October 27th and the 28th in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Men's and women's tennis teams will be in Memphis all weekend for the ITA Regional Championships, but the volleyball team will be playing 2 home games Saturday and Sunday, so come out to support them as they take on Davidson and Georgia Southern.
The football team had a great win last weekend against Furman, putting them at 3-3 overall for the season. We hope to see all of you Mocs fans at Finley Stadium Saturday at 6 p.m. when the team will play Stanford.
That's all for your Mocs Sports Minute. For more information on the team schedules and highlights, visit GoMocs.com.
That does it for this weekend's Mocs News. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube.
We now are on the Housing, Channel 98, and Cable Channel 3. So tune in. Until next time, have a great fall break from all of us at Mocs News.